All right, so today we're diving into the story of Shark Tank's Robert Herjavec. And it's easy to just look at his millions and think, wow, what a success. But we're going to go deeper. We're unpacking the one single idea that took him from having, get this, just 20 bucks in his pocket to building a whole empire. It's a story that's really going to change how you think about success.
So think about that for a second. I didn't want to be rich. I just didn't want to be poor. That quote, it's everything. Forget the dream of mansions and fancy cars. This gets to the very core of what drove him. It wasn't about chasing wealth. It was about running from poverty. And that single difference, that fear, it was the fuel for his entire journey. And man, what a journey it's been. I mean, just look at this timeline. He gets to Canada in 1970 with absolutely nothing. Fast forward to 1990, and he's starting his own internet security company from scratch. Then, just 10 years later, he sells it to AT&T for over $30 million. And now, of course, we all know him from Shark Tank, worth over $200 million. It's the absolute definition of a self-made story. So let's dig into that starting point, right? That initial spark. Like we said, this whole thing didn't start because he was dreaming of being rich. Nope. It started with that raw, deep in your gut memory of having nothing and a powerful fear of ever going back there. I mean, can you even imagine? You're just 8 years old, you're in a brand new country, and your parents don't speak a single word of English. That was Robert's reality. He had to be the grown-up. He was the one reading these super complicated legal contracts for their housing just to make sure his family didn't get cheated. The amount of pressure on a little kid, it's just unbelievable.
$20. That's it. That was everything his family had when they arrived in Canada. 20 bucks to build an entire new life? You can bet that number was burned into his brain forever. So, fast forward a bit. He's about 17, and he looks around and sees this tough reality. His family had been working their tails off for a decade, but they were still just scraping by. And that's when it hit him, this huge realization. Just being average was never going to be enough. If he really wanted to change his family's future, good wasn't going to cut it. He had to be excellent. Okay, so that's a great goal, right? Be excellent, but how do you actually do that? He knew he couldn't be pretty good at a bunch of things. He had to find that one thing, his one great thing. And this quote about Peyton Manning really sums it up. A team doesn't pay a quarterback millions to tackle, right? They pay him to do one thing and do it better than anyone else. Herjavec looked around and saw this pattern everywhere with successful people. They weren't average at a bunch of stuff. They were masters of their craft. That was the light bulb moment. And this really became his philosophy. Think about it. The world doesn't really care about okay. It just ignores average. The big rewards, we're talking about the money, the recognition, the real impact. That all goes to the people who are excellent at one specific thing. So here's his challenge to all of us, really. Your job isn't to be well-rounded. Your job is to find what you do best, that one thing, and then just pour everything you have into becoming the absolute master of it. Don't just be good, be the best. But, okay, let's be real. Finding that one thing is just the start. The journey itself, well, Herjavec is super honest about this. The path to being the best is not glamorous at all. In fact, a lot of the time, it's a really lonely road. He's really clear about this. Entrepreneurship is not what you see on Instagram. It's not the wins and the parties. It's this stuff. It's losing your biggest client. It's running out of cash and not knowing how you're going to pay your people. It's that feeling when you're at home and nobody understands the struggle you're going through. It's feeling completely and totally alone. So, with all that pain and loneliness, what's the difference maker? What really separates a great entrepreneur from everyone else? It's not about how you pop the champagne when things go right. It's about how you handle it when everything goes wrong. And here it is. This is the secret sauce. A true entrepreneur. They don't just put up with failure. They absorb it. It's like they take that punch, learn from it, and somehow, the next morning, they get up ready to go again, with even more energy. It's all about that unstoppable resilience. So where did that kind of strength come from? That resilience. It didn't come from some business school or a self-help book. He learned it from the person he respected most. He says the greatest courage he's ever seen was in his own father. Think about it. His dad left behind everything he knew, his home, his language,
everything, just for the chance at a better life for his family. Watching that level of sacrifice day in and day out, that became Robert's personal definition of what it means to be strong. And his father taught him two invaluable lessons that just stuck with him forever. First, stop complaining. Seriously, nobody cares. And second, life doesn't owe you anything. All you deserve is an opportunity. So when you get one, you better grab it with both hands and just go for it. All right, so this all builds into some really solid practical advice. He's basically boiled down his entire life experience into 5 key rules for anyone who wants to start their own thing. Let's run through these because they're gold. Number 1, you have to believe in yourself, even when literally no one else does. Number 2, test your idea with actual customers. Your friends will be nice, a stranger's wallet is honest. Number 3, verify everything. Don't just take someone's word for it. Number 4, prepare for the absolute worst. Seriously, it's going to be way harder than you think. And finally, number 5, be fast. As a startup, speed is your one huge advantage over the big guys. Use it. So at the end of the day, Robert Herjavec's story really proves one simple thing. The world rewards excellence. He found his one great thing, internet security, and he just went all in, changing his family's life forever. Which leaves all of us with a really big question to think about, right? What will you be excellent at?